Thank you for joining me for yoga today. I thought we could do just kind of a floor warm up, opening up the hips and warming up the muscles. Kokiri might join us. And then we can move into a kneeling sun salutation and some standing poses. Today I have a couple tools with me. I have a block. Blocks are really good for modifying poses. And another modification tool is a strap. These are really great for just getting into some of those harder to get into poses. So I like to have a couple of these near whenever I take a yoga class. So to start, let's just find a comfortable position on the mat. Let's rest those hands palm up on either knee. Now you can be cross-legged, you can have those legs straight, you can be kneeling, hips back over the heels, whatever you would like. Good. And let's close the eyes and just begin to focus on the breath and the intention for today. As you inhale through the nose, let's roll the shoulders up. Exhale through the nose or through the mouth, rolling shoulders down the back. Good. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Just continuing here with some breathing and some shoulder rolls. And as you release the shoulders down the back, think about any anxiety, any stress, any tension that you might be carrying there, just kind of flowing down and away like water. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Let the stress just flow away. Inhale and exhale, and let's gently drop that chin down to chest. Good. Just getting a little stretch there in the back of the neck. On our next inhale, let's gently gaze up and bring hands and eyes to sky. Exhale, open the chest, bringing those arms back, and gently drop that chin down once more. Release the palms. Inhale, hands and eyes to sky. Exhale, open the chest and gently drop that chin down. And release the palms. And once more, inhale, hands and eyes to sky. Fill the diaphragm and exhale. Good. Drop the chin down, open up the chest. And release the palms. On your next inhale, let's bring the belly button back into the spine. Inhale, curling back. And exhale, now arch the back, rolling shoulders down. Inhale, bring the belly button towards the spine, rolling the neck down. And exhale, arch the back. Inhale. It's hard to do yoga with something this cute around. Even if he bites me. All right. Now let's once more inhale, hands and eyes to sky. Good. You're going to bring that right palm down to the mat and gently lean out to the right. Feel a nice stretch in the left side. Inhale back up to center. Good. On your next inhale, place that left palm down on the mat and exhale, bring that right palm out, feeling a nice stretch in the right side now. And release. And here's where we're going to use our strap for the first time today. You're going to take, and you can use a towel, you can really use anything. Let's straighten those legs. Anything that you can kind of bind up into a long, lengthy piece. Okay, let's, sorry. Okay. If Deb was here, he would have laughed at what I just said. Let's open the hips. Nice and long legs. And you're going to hold your strap or your towel, and you're going to gently bring it out to the right side and put it underneath the ball of the foot. Good. Holding that foot in your right hand. You're going to gently tip out to the right side. back to center. And once more, let's place our strap underneath the ball of the foot. So it's that meaty pad underneath the big toe rather than the arch. Holding the strap in that right hand. Once more, let's just tip out to that right side. Just feel an accentuated stretch there in the left. And come back to center. All right, let's go out to the left side now. Taking your strap, and you might not even need the strap. You can just place those fingers underneath the ball of that foot. You can tip out to the side, but the strap's always nice to have. Placing it underneath the ball, gently come out, just feel the stretch. And come back to center. Inhale, roll the shoulders up, exhale down the back. And let's gently come out to that left side once more. And back to center. All right, let's place that strap out to the side and bring those legs in. So you're sitting with nice long legs straight out in front of you. And let's bring that right heel up. And you're going to cross it over the left knee and place it down on the ground. Bring the left elbow around to the outside of the right knee. Good. And gently twist. Just walk those right fingers back. Good. And gently gaze out behind you. Just feel a nice twist in the torso. And relax and release forward. Let's straighten that leg out and bring the left heel up and over the other side of that right knee. Right elbow now comes around to the outside of the left knee, and let's gently find our twist. And release forward. All right, we're going to come into our standing kneeling sun salutation. I'm going to face away from you just so that I can kind of show what the poses are and things like that. So feel free to remain where you are on your mat. I'm just going to face the front of my mat. Rolling shoulders back, let's gently come forward to hands and knees position. Good, cat-cow. And we're going to inhale, round, arching the back. Good, fill the diaphragm. Now exhale and round the back and shoulders and just breathe out. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back and shoulders. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Let's just do this 2 more times. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round. Pressing palms down into the mat and really just stretching up through the shoulders. Good. And now let's add a little bit of spinal balance. You're going to bring that right palm and that left leg out. Good. Just holding here. A little bit of balance. Just feel the glute in that left side strengthening. The shoulder in the right side strengthening. It's so hard to focus with this guy around. And let's lower it down. Back to hands and knees, cat-cow. And we're going to come into our first active child's pose. So bring your big toes together. Bring your knees wide. And just sit back, hips over the heels. Now relax and release the head and neck down onto the mat. Good. Fingers splayed and active. Just thinking about opening the hips. Inhale up to hands and knees. And here we're going to come into our first little chaturanga, kind of a modification. So you're going to come up onto the knees and just bring the hips low so it's a nice straight line from knee to shoulder. Good. Holding here. We're gonna just descend in our plank. So you're gonna bring the shoulders out over the palms and just lower the belly down to the mat. Bring the heels down. And we're gonna gently press up into our cobra. So with cobra, glue the elbows to the sides and just keep a bend in the elbow. You're really just thinking about stretching that lower back. Good, and now let's lower the chest down to the mat. Good, just melt it down. Bring the big toes together, bring the knees wide, and let's come back to that active child's pose. Good, now let's just turn everything we just did into a nice little flow. Inhale, hands and knees, cat-cow. Good. Exhale, arch the back. Inhale, round the back. Exhale, left palm, right leg, out. Good, just holding here. Gotta get the other side, keep it even. And lower both down. Good. And gently come out onto the knees, bringing the hips low. Bring the shoulders out over the palms and descend in your plank. Releasing the feet down, elbows next to the sides, and come up into your cobra. Lower body is relaxed and released. Keep a bend in the elbow. And lower down. Bring the big toes together, bring the knees nice and wide. And just come into that active child's pose. We'll do this whole flow one more time. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, right palm, left leg out for spinal balance. Release them down, and now let's do left palm, right leg out. Just making sure we keep it even. And lower down. Inhale, round the back and shoulders. And exhale, arch. And let's just come up onto those knees. Bring the shoulders out and descend in the plank. Release the feet. Press up into your cobra. Just give that lower back a nice little stretch. Come down, widen the knees, bring the big toes together. Active child's pose. Inhale, hands and knees. All right, we're gonna take it to standing now. So let's tuck the toes and come into our first down dog of the day. Tucking those toes, your down dog. Now with down dog, keep a slight bend in the elbow. You can be up on the balls of the feet or back on the heels. Bend those knees. Bring the chest towards the knees. Good, bearing down through the hips. Good. Now from down dog, let's hop or step the feet forward in between the hands. Just relaxing forward fold here. Keep the knees slightly bent. Just hanging here, stretching into the lower back and the upper body. On your next inhale, roll the shoulders up to a flat back. Good, hands on the shins, eyes gaze down. Exhale, sweep arms in, and let's reverse swan dive all the way up, hands and eyes to sky, and bring hands to heart center. Release the palms down. All right, we're gonna come into warrior one. We'll do warrior one and warrior two on both sides, and then we'll do a balanced pose, and then we'll take it right back down to the mat. So taking that right leg back behind you, let's just bring it back and come down onto the heel. Your toes on that right foot are going to point out at a diagonal angle. Now think about the front foot, the left foot, toes face forward. Find a nice bend in the knee. Doesn't have to be 90, just make sure it doesn't come past the toes. Now square the hips and bring the elbows up next to the ears. Roll the shoulders back. And your warrior one. Good. If you'd like to add a little bit, you can release the head and neck back and gaze at those fingertips above you. Now from warrior one, we're going to open up to warrior two. On your inhale, let's stretch fingertip to fingertip and open up to that right side. Good. Now, whereas with Warrior One, hips were squared forward, you're opening the hips out to that right side, opening the chest out to that right side for Warrior Two. Otherwise, lower body positioning is the same. You can gaze out before you, back behind you. Release the palms, roll the shoulders back, and let's just step that right foot forward. Good. Roll the shoulders once more, and now let's take that left foot back. All right, same positioning with our Warrior One. Find a nice bend in that forward knee, come down onto the back toes, facing up at a diagonal angle, and let's square those hips forward. Good. Bring the elbows up next to the ears and roll the shoulders. And your Warrior One. And again, you can release the head and neck back and gently gaze at those fingertips above you. And now let's come out to that Warrior Two. You're opening the hips and the chest out to the side. Gazing out before you or back behind. And release the palms. Let's step that back foot forward to the front of the mat. And now let's just do a quick balance pose. We're going to do tree. So with tree, it's really just a hip opening pose that involves some balance. And my tree falls all the time. So if yours does, don't worry about it. We're going to root through that left heel to start. And you're just going to bring the right heel into the left ankle. Just feeling a nice little opening in the hips here. Good. Now you can bring it up to the calf if you'd like. And if you would like to come up a little bit higher, you can take the top of that right foot and you can just bring it up and press it in to the inner thigh. Good. You can cactus the arms. And let's release, bringing that heel down. Let's do ankle circles on that left side. Good. Roll the shoulders. All right, now let's do our tree on the other side to keep that hip opening nice and even. Bringing that left heel into the right ankle. Gently rest it there. You can come up to the calf if you'd like. You can come all the way up. Making sure to avoid the kneecap. You want to press that heel in a few inches above the kneecap. You can cactus the arms. Good, and release. Do some ankle circles there on the right side. All right, let's just come down and end the class on the mat. You're going to swan dive forward, just relaxing and releasing into a forward fold. Good, bend those knees. And plant the palms. And let's just walk it back to a long arm plank. And with long arm plank, just keep the hips low. Nice straight line from shoulder to heel. And gently bring those knees down to the mat. And let's just walk them forward. And just come to balance on your sits bones here. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to do a nice boat pose to get a little bit of core in here today. So come up for a nice balance, bringing knees into chest, and just find a 90-degree bend in those knees. And you're going to bring the palms just parallel with the shins, gently leaning back. Keep the neck in line with the spine, and hold it here. You can straighten those legs if you'd like. You can open up. Good, inhale, knees to chest. Let's roll down onto the mat. Just do a few last little stretches before we end in our Shavasana, final resting position. Let's straighten the legs above us. Bring the left leg down to the mat and place fingers behind that right. Gently pulling up towards the chest. Good, flex and extend the ankle. Doing a nice stretch there in the back of the leg. And now let's bend that knee, lacing fingers behind the thigh, pulling up and in towards the body. Feeling a nice stretch in the hip flexor. Just let that leg fall open to the side, letting gravity stretch into the hip. And straighten that leg out. Let's bring the left leg up, placing fingers behind the calf. You can alternate flexing and extending the ankle. Good. Bend that left knee into chest, placing fingers behind the thigh and pulling up and in towards the body. And let that fall open to the sky. Good. Once more, bring these into chest. And let's just sway the hips back and forth. Good. Gently massaging the lower back. Let's imagine 4 corners in the lower back. And just do some hip circles out to the right. Good. And the left. Now let's come into our final resting position, Shavasana. Let's just gently straighten out along the mat. Roll the shoulders up, and as you release them down into the mat, think about relaxing the rest of your body as well. Starting down with the feet, allow them to feel heavy. Allow them to fall down into the mat. Moving up to the calves, up into the legs, relaxing and releasing every muscle. Let the belly fall down into the back of the spine. The shoulder blades are sinking down. Fingers and toes are relaxed. Close your eyes and let's just allow the next few minutes. Just a nice time to drift in your mind. Nice blank slate. Preparing yourself for the rest of the day. Breathing is slow.